I'm Jill from June Taylor with another innovative solution. Did you ever want to join your quilt blocks that have made Quilt As You Go? Now we have a perfect way to do that with our Sash and a Dash. It's pre-sewn sashing. It's sold by the yard in 7 colors with matching binding. Open the casing and nest your quilt block inside the casing. And then we're just going to run a top stitch down the edge. Take your next block, open the casing, and just do the same thing. To join rows, we're going to do the same thing, only we're going to run our Sash and a Dash across the row. You can run a beautiful embroidery stitch down here to embellish Sash and a Dash, or you can even put a strip of fabric down here. Here's an example where we added a fabric strip by folding under raw edges and top stitching over Sash and a Dash. And if you like to make t-shirt quilts, go ahead and quilt your blocks and then join them with Sash and a Dash.
Get ready to reel in a school of creative projects using the Go Flying Fish 9-inch finished block and board or bob die. This innovative die is designed to cut an entire 3-color block in just one pass through your cutter, helping you catch fresh new project ideas for this traditional block with ease. This die is on a 6x24 die board, making it compatible with any Go cutter, including the Go Me. Screen printed letters on the die board and specialized dog ears help make this block perfect for quilters of any skill level. Whether used alone or teamed up with a Go Cube or other bob dies, the Go Flying Fish die will help you construct stunning wall hangings, pillows, and throw quilts. Change the whole look of the block by setting it on point using the Go Setting Triangles 9-inch finish die. You'll soon see color is the key to devising a wide variety of designs from traditional to modern. While this block may look complex, the die will open up a sea of creative possibilities for anyone who can sew a 1/4-inch seam. Because at AccuQuilt, we want to help you cut time so you can quilt more. In today's show, we're going to show you how to make stacks of bowl cozies using the Go Big Bowl Cozy die. Hey Quilters, welcome to AccuQuilt Live. I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert. Thanks for joining us here on a Wednesday. It is quite warm in Omaha, Nebraska. Our heat index is going to be, what did we say, Greg, 112? Holy smokes. Now, I know it's still the middle of summer, but we are looking ahead to winter and the holiday season. Today is all about bowl cozies. And they're perfectly matched with the little mini oven mitt, which we made last week. Look how cute that is. Chris made it mostly. And then the towel topper. So look at this. You could create little bundles. And they're perfect for holiday gifts. All right, so I have a public service announcement, first of all. The new Go Towel Topper and Go Oven Mitts are available for pre-order currently. We have limited quantities and they're available for the first order. So go to the website and pre-order. There's a button that says pre-order. 2 new project dies. Orders will ship as they are received. The estimated shipping time is early August, which is, I don't know, Friday. They probably won't be in Friday, but early August. If you have any questions about how to order, contact our great team at customer service. Here is the toll-free number. All right, Chris is in the house. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
Well, I miss having you standing next to me, just saying.
I know.
We had such a good time. Okay, so tell everybody some of the things you were doing here last week.
So I was mostly there to film a new mini-series that AccuQuilt is putting out to help new AccuQuilt owners and new quilters learn how to use their AccuQuilt and make a quilt from start to finish,
Yes.
including the binding.
And it had like 7 or 8 episodes. How many episodes does it have?
6 episodes.
6 episodes. And it's
Yes.
true. You cut and you finish because I saw the binding part.
Yep.
Kudos to you. And Chris is also what we call a Go Guru. Tell folks what that means.
So the Go Guru program, it's a newer program, and it is for people like myself to travel out to quilt shops to give demos, teach classes, so that you can bring AccuQuilt to your customers.
So quilters, if you have a local quilt shop that carries our AccuQuilt product and you want the amazing Chris, because he's super famous, come to your quilt shop and do demos for AccuQuilt, they can work that out. I think that'd be fun. All right, so let's see, first of all, where everybody's watching from today. First of all, Kenna is watching from Smoky North Logan, Utah. I just spent the last weekend in Wyoming and Montana and Idaho and Utah, and it is so smoky. I hope everybody there is being safe. Lori is watching from Wisconsin, and Alicia's watching from Central Illinois. Thanks for watching, everybody. All right, Chris is going to join me. Let's showcase the new projects from our intro video. First up, is this not so cute? This is from Beth
so cute.
H. and Zoe.
Love it.
I know. Chris, did you make that placemat with me?
I did not make the placemat, but I made a quilt using the Go Kitten die.
I knew you had made something super cute. Yeah, we did that placemat on a Wednesday show. It's really cute. Pearl loves hers. Okay, next is Janet S. Oh, this
amazing.
Makes my heart so happy. This is, do you know what die we used here, Chris?
The Rising Star?
Morning Star.
Morning Star.
Listen, in your defense, we have like 74 star dies. This is Morning Star, and this is actually probably one of my top 3 favorite dies. It is the die that I have made the most quilts with, but never like this. Janet, whew, good job. And then last we have Jeanette, and it's still July, and look at this perfect, fun, patriotic colors. I love it. All right, so here is my photo of the day. Again, we know it's winter or summer, but here is my favorite kind of soup. It is clam chowder. And I grew up in Seattle, as most of you know, and Chris is living in the Pacific Northwest as well. What is your favorite soup?
Well, since you chose clam chowder, I'm going to go with split pea soup.
Ooh, split pea soup is good. Now here in the studio, Greg, he likes ham and bean soup. And Kenyon is just learning to like soup, but he likes cheddar beer. Is that right?
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. And then Jill loves chili. And we were talking about, does chili have beans or not? In your world, does chili have beans, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. Okay, so in the comment section today, we want to know what's your favorite soup. Today, I'm going to give away, okay, we realize that we're using the Go Big Bowl Cozy today. So we're going to give you the choice of the Go Big Bowl Cozy or just the Go version of the Bowl Cozy if you have our Go. Be sure and register for future events on the AccuQuilt event page for your chance to win. Chris is going to announce the winner of our registered viewer at the end of our show. All right, so today the Go Big Bowl Cozy is a free pattern at AccuQuilt.com, and this is for the process is the same for both the Go Big and the Go versions. So keep that in mind. We're going to use our Go Big. So here is the die. You're going to need a big 14 by 16 inch mat. You can use fabric, fat quarters or scraps, which is kind of cool. All right, so let's take a look at this die. I'm going to move all my stuff away here. This is a shape that is the typical shape for bowl cozies. And sometimes you can buy templates or whatever to cut them out. This is just so much easier. Now, take note, this die, this big one, 14 by 16, will only fit through our Go Big cutter. But again, like I said, we have a Go version if you have the Go. And they create the same shapes. They're just going to be different sizes. So hold on here. I'm trying to get my mat. And I'm going to show you because I think here in my stack, so this is the Go Big, one here on the left. Oh, I bet they're all Go Bigs. They are. Okay. The Go one is going to be just a little bit smaller. Okay?
We actually have a question about that.
Tell me.
Is there a difference in the size of bowl that fits in the different ones?
Oh, that's a great question. No, because we came out with the Go version of it first, so it fits like a soup bowl and stuff. I like the Go Big ones because it comes up a little bit farther on the side of the bowls. And at the Heller House, here we go, the Heller House, we eat cereal. We put cereal bowls in this because grandchildren live at my house sometimes and they spill all over the table. So put your cereal bowl and give it to a child and that works. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's a great idea. So if you own the manual machine, you want the Go version. If you own the electric one, you want the Go Big. All right, Chris, do you want to show us the ones you've made? Because you were very busy. Considering the fact that you left here Friday morning at dark early. I'm so
it was very early.
So what time did you leave the hotel?
4:30, I want to say.
Good Lord. Okay. All right, let's see what you made.
So the one I made, and if you've been watching my videos this month, I made it to match the mini oven mitt. I also made a full-size oven mitt and a towel topper, all as a set.
It's so cute. Are you going to keep it or are you going to give it to somebody?
This one will probably be a gift, but now I want to make some to match our kitchen.
Right, right. I realized this came out, I can tell you when this came out, because The Mandalorian was hugely popular on Disney because I found Mandalorian and Star Wars fabric. And at the Heller House, we must have a dozen Mandalorian themed ones. So I know how old it is by the fabric. So, okay. So now what you want to do is you want to use everything that is cotton, 100% cotton. The fabric, the thread, everything. That way, in case the cozy goes in the microwave, it will not spark. And here's what I have done. I have just rough cut, and I realized I didn't cut that straight, so I'm going to lay it straight on my bowl cozy, that's for sure. Just rough cut 10.5, 11 inches, okay, of your fabric. Make sure it's covering all of the piece, all of the shape. Now, we can always cut 6 layers of cotton, but not 6 layers with our Insulbright. So the center, or Wrap and Zap. So the center is a product we sell on our website. I have a package, hold on one sec. I gotta line this up again here. This is called Wrap and Zap, which sounds super cool. And it comes in a package just like this. And it's 100% natural cotton batting. And look, perfect for microwavable projects, insulated potato bags, casserole warmers, and more. Okay? So Wrap and Zap, while you're getting things on our website, you can get one. All right, so I'm just going to do a layer of cotton and then a layer of batting for the center. And I'm going to put a mat on top, and we're going to come over here to the Go Big. Now watch this. Super fun. Are we good? Okay. And look, it stopped on our Go Big die catcher. If you haven't ordered one yet, they're available now on our website. You can open it up. This is where your power brick goes and your cords go, so you can keep them out of the way. Has a little lip that just slides underneath. And then you can it's just gonna catch your die. It's gonna be great. Hold on, there we go. All right, so we're gonna come back here. Give it a little love, because static is so bad in here. Look how it's stuck to this, okay? So if you're making stacks of these, do a little math, right? Make sure you're cutting them in even numbers, okay? So there's that. And then I'm going to do the same thing, okay? And kind of my trick is I put wrong side facing up so that when we sew them together, the right side's facing out. It'll make more sense in a second when I sew them together. All right, Chris, while I'm cutting the second one, tell us what's people's soups. It's hard to think when it's 112 today.
Oh, well, we have lots of soup submissions. Let's see. Ardeen likes cheesy broccoli. That sounds, well, that is delicious. I've had it. It's
broccoli
very good.
Cheddar is awesome.
Susan likes lobster bisque. That is another very good one.
Oh, yes.
Debbie likes chicken tortilla soup.
Oh, I forget about that. Yes, we eat that at our house a lot.
Let's see. Robin likes Italian wedding soup.
Oh, I hardly ever eat that because I don't make it. I don't think about making it, right? You eat what you make?
Yes, yeah.
Right?
Lots of different bean soups. And then I don't know their name, but it comes up as Hi from Cloudy Oregon Coast. So hello, not too far away from me.
Cloudy Oregon goes.
And they like lentil soup.
Oh,
so split pea soup is a version of lentil soup, and it's all very good.
Yes, all so good. Hi from Cloudy Oregon. Okay, now, before we get to the next part, we're going to stitch an X here in the center. And the reason we're going to stitch an X in the center is to hold these pieces together. But Chris, you did a little more than that, didn't you?
I did. So I actually pre-quilted mine. Oh, where's my camera? There we go. So you can see all my quilting lines.
I can see it all.
So I quilted a layer of fabric with a layer of batting, and then I cut it. And I mostly did that so it would match the quilting on the oven mitts I did.
Oh, that's really clever. That's really clever. I was looking to see what I did. Oh, see, I did just straight stitching on my little oven mitt. So if I do an X, we're good. I am going to say you might want to pin it. Now,
so they don't shift.
You could totally mark it. Okay, I'll mark it. I'll mark it because we have all the things here to do it. Okay. And
Well, while you're doing that, we are
Yes.
getting some questions about the bowl cozy.
Okay, talk to us.
Robin asks, can you use wrap and zap in a quilt? I use all my scrap batting. Yes, you can. So wrap and zap is just 100% cotton.
Yes.
The difference between this and possibly some 100% cotton you're getting off the roll is there are no glues or binders or fillers or anything. It's like literally 100% cotton, so it's microwave safe.
How did you know that? I'm not sure I knew that.
Some cotton battings like that are 100% cotton do have like binding agents in them to help them stay together better.
Oh, sure.
So some of them are fine, but with wrap and zap, you can, rest assured that it is not going to catch fire in the microwave.
Oh, gosh, yeah. We don't want any fires
No.
in anybody's microwave. Okay.
And then Joy is asking, how many bowl cozies can you get out of a package? So I did some quick math, and you should be able to get 6 of the Go Big bowl cozies out of one package
a
of
wrap and zap package? Because it's 45 inches by a yard.
Yep.
Did you do that math in your head?
No.
Okay.
I pulled out my calculator while I was off screen.
Good, good. Yeah, so 6 full bow cozies. So we were talking about this, huh, Chris, that maybe you want to think about doing them for the fair. Maybe you want to do a craft fair.
Like a craft fair. Mm-hmm.
Right? And you were talking about maybe bundling them together. This is a pattern that you don't have to worry about because AccuQuilt's going to say, go ahead, sell them if you want to.
Right, yeah. And it's a great way to pump them out quickly, especially if you start now. You'll have a nice inventory come craft fair season.
Oh, yes. And like I say, just keep the trick is to keep the fabric facing out so that you can just go and sew. So I'm just marking the X in the middle because I knew where the pen was. That doesn't happen at home very often, let me just say. Okay, do we have more questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Robin's asking, can you piece the wrap and zap together to get more bowl cozies out of it? Yes, but make sure you use cotton thread. I actually went to go make mine, and I used some fusible tape to try and line up my print to get 2 pieces of fabric together. And as I started quilting, I was like, wait a second, that's not going to be microwave safe. So I had to start over. So just make sure everything you use for it is 100% cotton.
No metallic thread, nothing.
No.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, I'm going to stitch. Do we have more questions?
Let's see. Someone's asking if you can also cut out a regular bow cozy. So maybe if we have time at the end. I don't know if you have the die readily available.
We have a die. We have a die for that.
Perfect.
We'll
so
find
we can
it.
see the difference side by side.
Yep.
And then Patricia's asking, how can I tell if I have 100% cotton batting? So that one is kind of tough, especially if it's just batting you have lying around.
Right.
I would check the packaging. Some, I think like Warm and Natural might be 100% cotton.
It
but
is.
a lot
Warm
of
and
times
Natural is.
on the label, like it'll say no binders, no fillers.
Thanks, Kenyon.
Something like that.
Right. It's like organic batting, right? Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Kathy's asking, so when you are pre-quilting the fabric and the wrap and zap, do you place the fabric down to quilt? That's probably a personal preference, and now that it's mentioned, that's probably a good idea. I did mine batting side down, so I'm sure there's a ton of lint in my machine as we speak.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. No, I did fabric side down so that it doesn't catch right there, right? Here in my raccoon drawer. Yeah, otherwise you're going to find that you're going to have to clean your die with a little die pick. Ooh, we should do that here. Hold on. Because I think in my raccoon drawer, there might be a die pick. Okay, so look at this. If you are making these for craft fairs, you just need to chain piece for days. Okay? Don't forget, this show is recorded. So if you need to come back and watch it and pause it or rewind it to see what's happening, you can. Okay. Okay. Well, that was super fast. I was doing some chain piecing the other day, and it's just my favorite thing.
Oh yes, I love it. If I can avoid cutting threads and just get a huge chain of pieces together,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah, just get it going. Okay, hold on here. So let's see if in my raccoon drawer there's a die pick. Oh, there is. Okay. Okay, I call it the raccoon drawer because I'm always digging in it to find stuff, like the raccoons. Okay. Look, see? So this is the Go Big version. This is one of our die picks. You can purchase it online or from your local AccuQuilt retailer. And what you want to do is just very gently come through here and pull out threads. And we haven't used this one very much. There's not very much in there. But it helps keep your dies clean. You could also use a lint roller brush, which I also think is here in the raccoon drawer. It is. Okay, and watch. Just pulls those little threads off. And then do your shirt, because chances are.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the difference between the sizes. Okay? So here's the Go Big version, and here's the Go version. So it's not that much smaller, but it needed to be on a 10 by 10 die. Okay? All right. Now
Well,
that we have, do you have another question, Chris?
Oh, well, I think you just answered it because someone was asking what's the size difference between the two. So you just showed it. So there's not a whole lot of size difference.
There's not. Nope.
The Go Big is like 10 inches from edge to edge, and that's just too big to fit
here,
on
we can
a 10-inch
measure.
die board.
We have a ruler. Look at you knowing stuff. I'm just a visual person, so I just need to know which one was bigger. So the Go version is 9 inches, edge to edge. The Go Big version is 10 inches, edge to edge.
There you go.
See, Chris knew stuff. He wasn't even here in the Dream Studio, and he knew that. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so now let's talk darts. Chris, you are a garment sewer.
I am.
Talk about darts, because we're going to fold it together, right sides together, and then I'm going to pin. And what am I going to do here, Chris?
You are just going to sew right along that raw edge, but you want to go off both edges. So you're going to go past the fold and past the raw edge. And my suggestion on the darts is to start from the fold.
Yes. And do you do 1/4 of an inch?
Yes, 1/4 inch.
Okay. So I'm going to fold them both. And you want to make sure that the fabric isn't twisted here in the middle. Okay. All right. Make sure it's flat right there. Okay. And I always do a little back stitch. Do you do a little back stitch, Chris?
I do,
yeah.
because we're going to be, you know, roughing it up and like turning it right side out, so I don't want those stitches to pop.
We're going to rough up our bowl cozies. All right, so while I sew my darts, do you want to tell us if we have more questions, first of all, and then what kind of soup people are eating?
A few more questions, and then we'll get back to the soup. Questions about the batting. So Denise is asking, is bamboo batting okay to use? And I would say no.
No.
Because while bamboo is a natural fiber, the process it goes through to get from like a bamboo stick to your batting includes a lot of chemicals that
And
probably would not do
blades.
well in.
Yeah.
And it probably would not do well in the microwave.
No, and I feel like if there was even like a little tiniest shard of metal in there from the blades.
Oh, like a fleck or, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then someone else was asking if it was warm and natural batting you can use for the cozy. So the thing with Wrap and Zap is like it's marketed and designed to be microwave safe, so you can be, you know, rest assured that it's microwave safe. With the others, that's not what their intended purpose was. So it may work, but you have no guarantee it will work.
Right. So I'm just going to tell you to get some Wrap and Zap. We sell it on the website.
And it's not very expensive.
It's not. And like you said, you can get 6 bowl cozies out of a package.
Yeah.
Okay, now I am making sure, as I do this, that it's sewed all the way through all the layers. And it did. Okay. Sew through all the layers. Okay.
Yes.
Now I'm going to turn it and do the exact same thing on the last set of darts. And I'm going to pin it. Gosh, Erica would be so proud. All right, Chris, do we have more questions? Because I feel like ask them now, because we want you to have good bowl cozies.
Yes. We are getting lots of questions today.
Good.
So is that fabric and just wrap and zap, or is there batting on each also?
So the wrap and zap is the batting.
Yep. So it does dual duty.
Yes.
And then
and the reason you want to have some batting is there because you're going to put a warm bowl in there. You don't want to burn your fingers.
Right. Vivian's asking, just curious, since I don't use a microwave, why would you put a bowl cozy in a microwave?
Oh.
And it's really like if you put your bowl of soup in the microwave, like the bowl's going to get scorching hot.
Yes.
So you'd have to take it out to put it in the bowl cozy.
Right.
Or you can just have it in the bowl cozy so you can grab it straight out of the microwave and go.
To your kitchen table.
Yes.
And I'm intrigued why you don't use a microwave.
We don't use our microwave very much. It's probably just for ramen noodle soup.
I was going to say, do you not have popcorn in the afternoon? Because that's what we use
do have popcorn,
ours
yes. Yeah.
for. Mason, my youngest Mason, when he was in high school, he's watching today. Hi, Mace. When he was in high school, he would eat an entire bag of microwave popcorn every day. And okay, of all the kind of popcorn, microwave popcorn is the worst for you. I mean, it's so full of chemicals and stuff. So I found this thing on that big box store online where you can take popcorn kernels, and it has this cute little glass, it looks like an old-fashioned coffee pot or teapot or something. And you can put butter and oil in it, and it pops healthier. So I got it for Mason. He said it doesn't taste the same, and he doesn't use it very much.
Wow.
But that's okay.
Probably a lot cheaper, too, because getting a big bag of kernels is cheaper than a box of bags of,
A box of bags. Okay. What other questions do we have? Because this is good questions to be asking.
Robin's asking, can you use flannel? I'd say as long as it's 100% cotton flannel.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't use flannel just because I think it would get dirtier faster. Because all the fuzzy, grabbing onto everything.
Flannel has that tendency to pill. It gets all fuzzy. Okay, so look, I'm making sure all of my parts and pieces are... See, look, it's starting to look like a bowl cozy.
Nice.
I know. I love it when we do it right, Chris. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Martha says, what size? Oh, no, not that one. Linda asks, what happens if you do not use cotton thread?
Oh, tell her.
Polyester thread will melt in the microwave.
Yeah.
So that would be.
And you will have a huge mess.
Yes.
You will have a huge, huge mess. Okay. So now we have our two sides. Let's answer some more questions before we go to the next step.
All right, one more question. Donna asks, can you cut the top and bottom at the same time?
Well, no, because that wrap and zap is really thick, and we can only ever cut 6 layers of cotton. And what I don't want you to do, because I know people who do this, who put a layer of cotton and then 2 layers of the batting and a layer of cotton, it is going to really go slow through that go big. It's just so thick. So just do it 2 layers at a time and just count your layers. If you're going to make 20 bowl cozies, have 40 layers, 40 sections. Yeah, it'll work better. Okay. All right, so now we're going to turn inside out. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to line up these oh, here. Yeah, there we go, Greg. These seams right here, I'm going to turn them in opposite directions. Okay. So that when I come to stitch over it, it's not so bulky. So I'm going to pin it right here. And I'm going to do it over all of our little seams right here. Okay. Just give it a good pin. And quilters, really, truly, this is one of those things that you really want to spend time prepping for, because when you go to sew it, what you don't want is to have a big hole in it, because then you have to come back and sew it again. Okay. And I'll do the last one. Get all my stitches out here. Okay, now Chris, when you were doing yours, we need to stop it, right, so that we can turn it inside out. So where did you start and stop sewing?
I did mine kind of in the middle there, so I wanted to sew the curve, like the outer points fully. So on one of the sides, I went in probably like 2 inches from each of the curves and left that center part open right here.
Oh, so where there was a seam?
Yeah.
Oh, and then when you turned it inside out, then you just top stitched over that seam.
Yeah, it was a little difficult. So my next one, I might go from like to sew the actual seam so that it automatically goes right side out, and then maybe just go really close to the corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
You don't need a whole lot of space, but like maybe 2 inches to be able to turn it right side out.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a yellow pin right here.
To remind you.
To remind me. And then I'm going to do just like Chris said, I'm going to start here. And then I just want to come right here to the edge of that turn. And because I can, I'm going to use some binding clips. And Chris, we have a pro tip on this, right? Okay, about what kind of seam.
To have the.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So this seam around the edge is actually going to be 3/8 of an inch instead of your standard 1/4 inch.
Yes. And you just learned that recently.
I did. Last night as I was making my bowl cozy.
Okay. And look, we have a little Pam's Pro Tip graphics, thanks to our graphics team. Okay. So I'm going to just pin. And when I sew this, quilters, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to back stitch where those seams come together. We just want it to be pretty and lay nice and flat. Okay. And once you've sewn, I don't know, 2, you'll just be a beast at it.
Yep.
You'll be like Wolverine.
More questions coming in.
Okay.
Is the small cozy the only one that fits in the Go cutter rather than the Go big?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that is correct. Okay. So I'm going to start stitching right here before my purple bindy clip. Okay. And I'm going to make sure everything is laying against each other. And we're going to go so slow. Ooh, and I have my 1/4 inch foot, so hold on here. I got to measure, see how far 3/8 is. Okay, ask us questions while I'm measuring.
Okay. Pam asks, can you use a serger for this?
Oh, yes.
As long as you use 100% cotton thread. Yes.
Oh, I don't have a serger, do you?
I do. I use it when I make my shirts. I have had my serger. It's a little brother, like entry-level serger for like 22 years. I'm surprised it still works. It gets used a lot.
Oh, that's fun. One time, a friend of mine had a serger, and I tried to use it, and I didn't know how to make it work, and it was so frustrating, I just gave up. I was like...
Yeah, they can be. In the garment world, sergers get used a lot, so I got used to it.
Yeah. Okay, I know where my 3/8 line is now.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm just going to come right here I'm going to give it a good back stitch. Make sure I'm going through all the layers, all 4 of them. Okay. I'm taking it slow. And you're going to find that if you just kind of press it flat, it just goes easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I just think it's super fun. These are really easy to make. Okay, I'm getting to that curve, so I'm going to come and I'm actually going to put my needle down, lift up my presser foot, make sure I'm going through all 4 layers.
So Kim is asking, why 2 layers of Wrap and Zap?
Oh, that's a great question. Do you know why?
Just to give extra insulation.
Yeah.
You don't want to, grab it out of the microwave and it be hot through the 1 layer of batting.
Right.
And you burn your little hands.
You burn your little pinkies.
And drop your soup. That would be terrible.
Gosh, right? That's the worst. And we also, okay, this will make you laugh because it's summertime. We also use bowl cozies for ice cream.
I've heard that because it helps it not melt so fast.
Right, and that way, you just need to hang out with the grandkids that live at our house because apparently they are quite sloppy. But, then I can just, it's not hard to hold the bowl of ice cream, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes the bowl of ice cream gets cold.
Yes.
Chris lives in the Pacific Northwest where they have really good ice cream.
Tillamook ice cream.
Tillamook
it is the best.
Tillamook cheese. If it has the word Tillamook on it, it's just good. Tillamook. Yep. When I was in Idaho this weekend, I had Tillamook dairy stuff. It was so good. Okay, so notice how I'm going slow. Okay, pulling my pins out, making sure I'm going through all the layers, making sure everything is flat. Where's that pin? There it is. All right, Chris, do we have more questions?
Yes, and it's one I can't answer.
Oh, good.
So Jackie asks, how do you get them to keep their shape after you wash them?
Oh.
Have you washed yours yet?
Yes. And the trick is not to put them in the dryer.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, if you just wash them, and I have a bowl, like a ramekin, that I just set in the bottom and I kind of pull it around, and then I just let them air dry. They stay.
Oh.
That's how.
That deserves a Pam's Pro Tip icon right there. That's
So
smart.
many. Yeah. Because I thought about the same thing. I was like, how am I going to dry these? They're going to lose their shape.
Yeah, I could see them coming out the dryer as just like a ball, a little wad.
Just a wadded ball of stuff. Yeah. I've done that before, right? Have you done that where you've done something you thought, oh, I probably should not have put that in the dryer? Okay.
Yes, I have, unfortunately.
Gosh. All right, here we go. Okay, can I just talk about the dryer for 10 seconds because this is kind of funny?
Yeah.
One of the things that makes me crazy about the dryer are socks, because if even part of a sock isn't all the way undone, balls up and it's wet and it never dries right and it's all shrunk and stuff. Man, when my kids were playing soccer, we went through so many socks. So.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, more questions, Chris?
Yep. Peggy's asking, I was wondering if you could wash them in the dishwasher.
Oh,
So
we wash baseball hats in the dishwasher.
Okay.
Do you wash?
Yeah.
Do you wash trucker hats in the dishwasher?
I actually haven't washed any of them yet. I was I need to, and I'm gonna possibly sacrifice one, and put it through like the washer and dryer and see how it comes out.
Okay, no. Here's what you should do. Hold, please. I got a back stitch. Okay, what you need to do, Chris, is go online, and they have these mesh forms for. Do you do this, Jill? Mesh forms for baseball caps. And you put them in the dishwasher.
Okay.
And then it washes it and dries it, and it does it over the form. And so it does, like the bill doesn't get broken and the stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay,
I will have to look
just
into that.
saying. Okay, hold on here. Let's turn it inside out and see if I missed anywhere.
Since
Okay.
you're at that step, Jackie's asking, do you clip the curves before you turn it right side out?
I don't usually, but now that you say that.
I didn't, and it turned out okay.
Yeah.
Like the corners are a little bulky, but that kind of helps give it shape.
Right. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it inside out. One time, Chris, on a Wednesday show, I taught everybody how to make Christmas stockings, because, you know, we have the Christmas stocking die, and how to line it so that you don't have that seam in the middle.
Right.
And every time I turn something in and out, I think of that, because at that moment I was scared to death. I thought, oh my gosh, I hope this works.
Oh.
And today it did. Okay, so now, hold on. In the raccoon drawer, we have a little stiletto. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. Okay.
Let's see. While you're poking your corners out, Janice is asking, I love to put applique on my bowl cozy. I worry about that medium to attach the applique. It's not cotton.
Right, so we're going to tell you, you got to choose your poison. You can either applique your bowl cozies and not put them in the microwave, or use 100% cotton and put them in the microwave. We have one right here.
Right. So I was actually going to mention that one. It's got a snowflake. So that one I would say is more an ice cream bowl cozy.
Yes.
Than a soup bowl cozy.
Or a cereal bowl cozy.
Yeah. So if you're going to be making these like for a craft fair to sell to others, I would steer away from that. But if it's for yourself and you'll remember, oh, this one doesn't go in the microwave, then I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think you're fine. Okay, so look, take my little stiletto. I'm going to poke out the corners. Everything got sewn. That's always a good step. Okay. And now I'm going to give it a good press. Okay. And then we'll talk, Chris, about how to finish it.
Yep. And while we're talking about finishing it, someone has a question that goes right along with finishing it.
Oh, good.
So could you tack the bottom together? And I assume they mean like here, because they will pull apart.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You could definitely do a couple tacking stitches right through the bottom.
You could.
As long as it's 100% cotton thread. Just remember that.
Just reiterate that here for you. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to my little Alicio iron, which has turned itself off. I love this because it has a headlight. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I am going to give it a good press. Okay, because you want that edge where you've just stitched to lay flat. And the good thing about them is you can use 2 different fabrics and have 2 different bowl cozies, right? Because you can turn them inside out.
Fully reversible. Yep.
Someone told Erica that if I was wearing my Santa hat today, I couldn't mess with it. So I've tried really hard not to mess with my Santa hat today, though it is a million degrees here in the Dream Studio. Okay. Okay. So look what I did when I was sewing it, or when I was pressing it. I just brought this seam together. There was that little opening, and I just pressed it flat. Because now I'm going to do a cute little top stitch so everything will lay down. Okay? Look at this. I'm liking this a lot. And I'm going to clip it, bindy clip it, so I know that's where I need to start. So I'm actually going to start here on the corner and just come around.
Perfect. And while you're top stitching, we can go through some of people's favorite soups.
Oh my gosh, I forgot we were having soup today.
I
Okay.
know, we've been
I know,
lots of questions
we've
today.
been doing busy things here. Okay. What are people's
see,
favorite soups?
Roxanne likes Polish hearty potato soup with kielbasa, sauerkraut, and potato. That sounds delicious.
Gosh, that sounds so good.
I love any soup you can put in a bread bowl. Like, I'm all for that.
I like that. Any soup in a bread bowl. Any soup in a bread bowl. That's great.
Yep.
I do
Oh,
love.
Sue likes French onion soup. That's another good one.
Oh, yes. If you get a good piece of good French bread and some good Gruyere cheese.
Mm-hmm. Very yummy.
We are soup people at our house in the wintertime. Are you soup people?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
Let's see. Carrie likes butternut squash soup made with coconut milk.
Oh, there you
Sounds
go.
really good.
My
were you saying?
Ray would like that. He's a fan of butternut squash. Okay. Notice I'm just going over the top. Okay. And I'm just going slow. And when I get to these
Slow and
corners,
steady.
I'm just stopping and lifting up my presser foot. So it just stays nice and flat, folks.
All right. Let's see. Anna likes tomato basil soup with a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh,
That
classic,
That
right?
is one of my favorites. Yeah.
Classic. And, okay, we're, at our house, we usually, we eat Campbell's tomato soup out of a can, right, with milk. And then grilled cheese sandwiches have to be made with Velveeta cheese at our house, which is the only time I ever use Velveeta, because it's got to melt.
Right. Yeah, I prefer making it with like American, like Kraft singles, so like that.
Oh yeah.
Also fake cheese, but
Yes.
it just melts so well, and it's just perfect with the tomato soup.
Yes. Yes, because you dip it in there. Gosh, if it wasn't 112 today, I'd go make grilled cheese sandwiches. Okay, what else are people eating in the soup world?
Let's see. Alicia likes chicken rice lemon soup.
Ooh, that
I
sounds
have never heard of that, but it
delicious.
sounds good.
I had never
Yes.
either.
Anne likes gumbo. I actually watched a YouTube video making gumbo last night.
Did
and
you
I
make
want
gumbo last night?
Oh, I did not make it.
Oh.
The guy on YouTube did.
The super good chef on YouTube did. He's great. Okay. All right. Look at this. So I'm going to have this be the outside and this be the inside. And look at how cute that is. I'll hold it up for
So
you,
cute.
Greg.
And so fast. I mean, you were talking and demonstrating, so it took a little longer. But like at home, it was super quick to sew.
Well, and this is one of those projects where you just want to do all the prep work. You want to cut them all first, and then stitch them all, and then do the darts, and then you can do all the things. So now look how cute this is. This is our wool cozy and our oven mitt. And I got to put a button still. I left town before I could put a button in. Look at how cute this is. This whole great, it could be like a little bundle that you could sell at a craft show, or you could make for family members. You know, sometimes it's hard to think, you know, what can I get grandma and grandpa, or, you know, what can I get my aunts and uncles? This is perfect. Be sure and share all your projects with us on our social media platforms using hashtag AccuQuiltBuilt. I'm excited to see what everybody's going to do. All right, Chris, let's announce the winner of, I'm going to email you today, the winner, and I'm going to tell you, listen, you get your choice of the Go version or the Go Big, whichever one you want.
All right. Let's see. Drum roll, please. Today's winner is Karen E. of Lubbock, Texas.
Congratulations, Karen. You're going to love it. All right. All right, so any other questions, Chris, before we head out for the day?
Yes. Few last minute questions here.
Okay.
Sherry's asking, did you mention anything about not leaving them in the microwave for more than 3 minutes? So I actually just pulled out the packaging because I hadn't even thought about that. And this says microwave in 2-minute intervals for no longer than 8 minutes total. For cooking over 8 minutes, it is recommended to flip items to avoid overheating.
There we go. Always good to read the instructions.
Yes.
Oh,
And
that's
then Karen's asking, would a walking foot work better than your regular sewing foot?
So I have a walking foot on my machine all the time. And yes, it will work better because it will help move all of that fabric through your needle. Because really you're sewing, you know, a total of maybe 6 layers, you know, like you're sewing 6 layers.
Yeah.
So a walking foot is perfect. That's a good question. Okay, do you have more questions?
I think that is it.
Okay, who is helping you with our questions today?
Oh, we have a couple people. I saw Ray is helping.
Hi,
and
Ray.
Lauren.
Okay.
And is that it? Do I see any other names? I think I saw Erica in there too.
I'm sure the lovely Erica, she's making sure I wasn't messing with my hat. We'd like to give a huge shout out to Ray and Lauren for helping us with our comments. Here in the Dream Studio, we have Greg and Kenyon and Jill. And of course, Chris is back in his home of Portland, Oregon. We're glad he was here. We missed him, but we're glad that he's here. On behalf of our entire team, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. To learn more about your quilting craft, be sure to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for live events every Tuesday and Wednesday. You can check out the events page on the AccuQuilt website for more details on upcoming shows. And if you're looking for even more inspiration, visit our blog for exclusive tutorials filled with tips and tricks. And remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time so you can quilt more. Join us on Tuesday, August 6th at 12 noon Central Time as we launch the August Die to Try. Then be sure to join us for next week's AccuQuilt Live. We're going to start the next quilt along using the Go North Carolina Star Die. Hope to see you there.